Yesterday, Plat Stars, we had a little bit of an unfortunate set. It wasn't a whole lot that we could have done, but we did misguess on a hand or two and faced a little bit of bad luck based on, randomly carding between low spot cards, as we pointed out, but we ended up with 56. But couple that with day one's performance, and we're still in 5th place. Oh my god, I just closed the window. How do I... I really wanted to... Okay, hold on. We're gonna figure this out. I will get this back up on screen. Okay, overall, there we go. We're currently sitting in 5th. We have a 62% average, but more importantly, I think, is that we're only about a percentage point back from 1st place. There's no one who's had a 66% average, where to make up that 4% difference, we would need to beat them by 8% in this round. Now, to beat Oral, who is currently in 1st, don't know who that is, we only need to beat them by 2% in this set. Similarly for the 2nd place player, 3rd, 4th, so on. Now, I do suspect that at least some of these players in the top 10 or top 20 will have a fairly large game. They might get mid-60s or something like that. So we'll probably need like a 64, 65 if we want to win. We'll just do our best to see if the hands offer us what we need to come out on top. Would be nice to win one of these things. But this was the percents from yesterday's round. Couple of unfortunate boards. Board 2 we misguessed. Board 5 was kind of a 50-50 based on whether you played the 4 or 3 of hearts at trick 1. We guessed incorrectly. 40% on another one, but we did make up for it towards the end of the session. A few nice results. So, now that that's out of the way, and hopefully we can jump into the actual event. 16 boards, declare a play only, last chance for glory, day 3 of this fine event. Let's check out the auction on board 1. 2 passes, we open a spade in 3rd seed. Partner bids a no trump. Semi-forcing by a passed hand, for sure, even if you're playing normal forcing no trumps in a 2/1 context. We jump to 3 spades, which looks pretty reasonable to me. At imps, this might be a hand where players could potentially jump to 3 no over 1 no, or just jump to 4 spades, but 3 spades feels pretty down the middle for what we have. Partner passes. Ooh, partner does have a pretty good hand over there for us. Ace of hearts lead is not going to cause us much concern. Yeah, we're going to have some decisions to make in a second, but let's see what West does at trick 2. I think I'm tempted to play a low heart. If I play a high heart, it's going to look as if I'm shorter in hearts, and then it might be attractive to West to switch to diamonds. So if I play a low heart, West might think that I'm shorter in diamonds, potentially even void, and maybe continue with the heart suit. Like that. Now, I mean, there's no chance that West has the queen of hearts. We can start with that. So we'll definitely play low on this trick. The real question here is going to be, what is my plan in the spade suit? And on top of that, am I going to try and run some clubs first to pitch losers from my hand and then maybe take a spade finesse? Or am I just going to bang down the ace king of spades and hope that the queen drops, or if it doesn't, that I can then run some clubs afterwards? I guess let's see what happens on the heart trick. Heart does go to the 10. This is starting to sound as if West has ace doubleton in hearts, which makes it much more likely that West has spade length. And if West has 3 or more spades, we of course can just cash the ace-king. I guess I'm going to do that. It's definitely the highest percentage play chance to take a bunch of tricks. Obviously, if Queen Doubleton falls, that's great news for us. But even if it doesn't, as long as I can cash 3 rounds of clubs pitching a diamond, I could play a 4th club pitching a heart. And the player would be able to rough in with their spade queen, but we make 5. This does feel like the kind of board where on day 3 of this kind of event, you could potentially try and swing the action a little bit by, going for the alternative line of play, which I guess would be to cash. I'm not really seeing an alternative, actually. If I can cash 3 rounds of clubs, then it's got to be better for me to cash the ace-king of spades first. And if 3 rounds of clubs aren't cashing, I mean, what is our plan then? Are we just taking a spade finesse, like low club to the king, spade finesse, give up on pitching losers on the clubs? Yeah, that seems silly. All right. Let's cash a couple spades and see what happens. No queen of spades falling. But looks like West did have queen 3rd of spades. So we do get to discard all of our losers, and we make 5. That is a very surprisingly poor defense from West. As usual, it doesn't make a ton of sense to try and get roughs when you have a natural trump trick. So while I kind of understand the ace of hearts lead, it's not that crazy to lead the ace of hearts. But once the ace of hearts holds, I think West should probably switch to the ace of diamonds. Obviously, having some way to signal to your partner about what your hand looks like makes sense here. But West doesn't really want to get a heart ruff, right? And it's not as if putting partner in with the heart king to get a diamond through is going to help, looking at that jack of diamonds and dummy. You could always just as effectively cash the ace of diamonds from your side. The club suit looks very menacing. Seems fairly likely Declare has the ace of clubs on this auction, given that West has, most of these missing cards. I don't know. Cost them a trick on defense, but we do make our 11 tricks. Does feel as if that's going to be a flat board, though, unfortunately. So no ground being made up there. We'll look at board 2. We have 16 count. Open a no trump, partner bids Stamen, and puts us in 4 hearts. Looks good to me. Partner has 13 over there. No real reason to investigate slam, especially with no aces. We get the 4 of diamonds lead. Well, this is going to be one of those hands where we might not have a whole lot of information to go off of. We're going to have to guess the Queen of Hearts. And then our work's not exactly done. We still need to pick up a spade trick and potentially even guess the Queen of Clubs, like whether or not to hook east for the club queen or to try and rough out the queen third with West. 10 of diamonds could be a trick. This looks like a hand that we actually want for this type of competition. So pleased about that, but it does make my job a little bit more difficult. 4 of diamonds opening lead. Right. Wow. Hmm. So we could stick in the 10 of diamonds at trick 1. If that holds, well, that's going to give us a lot of information, actually, about the layout of the hand. Because the robots hate leading away from honors. And I think, while that's not going to tell us a whole lot about the spade suit, West would be equally unlikely to lead a spade from like ace third as queen third. I do suspect West would have the queen of clubs in that case. In the more likely event that the 10 of diamonds loses to the jack, though, we don't get all that much information from the opening lead. I'm wondering if it's ever right No, I was going to say something that just doesn't quite add up. I was going to say I wonder if it's ever right to just start roughing clubs and dummy before pulling trumps. Like, we could, of course... Actually, it might not be half bad. Okay, hear me out on this. What if we stick in the 10 of diamonds, let's say. East covers with the jack. We win the ace. We go ace, king of clubs, club ruff with the jack of hearts. We then just go king of hearts, heart to the ace. Assuming the hearts split, the queen doesn't drop. We're now back in hand. We can ruff a club. Presumably the clubs are 4-3. We can then go king, queen of diamonds pitching a spade. Presumably those are 4-3. We can ruff a diamond to get back to our hand, and now we can try and guess the spade suit. If the queen of hearts falls, obviously we have, different choices to make. If the 10 of diamonds holds, we're going to have alternatives as well, I suppose. So the other possibility, I guess, is we could just win the ace of diamonds and go ace of hearts, heart to the jack, taking the heart finesse that way so that West can't put a spade through and force us to guess that suit. And if East wins and plays back a club, I guess we win the ace and then go king, queen of diamonds, pitching a spade. Try a club finesse. Like, we're gonna end up losing a club anyway, eventually. So it doesn't really help us to not take the club finesse in that scenario. Have to guess the spade suit. I don't know. Both these lines of plays make sense to me. I'm very tempted by the line, though, that involves just cashing the ace, king of hearts. Because this way I don't need the club finesse to deal with my two club losers. I just get to ruff both of them in the north hand. So it feels like I'm kind of gaining a trick. Well, whenever the queen of hearts comes down doubleton, some of the time, right? If we alternatively had guessed incorrectly, like if East has queen doubleton of hearts, I'm gaining a trick this way. And I'm also gaining a trick if the club finesse is offside. Feels almost like combining chances. I suppose I'm also gaining a trick if the 10 of diamonds holds trick 1. Okay, I'm on board. Let's do it. Hey, 10 of diamonds did hold trick 1. So does that change the math on things? I mean, yes, a little bit for sure. Now we can pitch 2 spades from our hand and lead a spade up. If we guess the spade correctly, we won't need the club finesse. West has led 4th best. So I suppose in a unfortunate scenario, West could have 6 diamonds. This 4 of diamonds could be from Jack 6th with the 3 and 2 spots missing. Could also be from a 5-card suit. So I'm still thinking that it probably makes sense once again. Oh, my audio is cutting in and out. I am sorry. Why is that the case? Let me take a look. Fine for fuel? Oh no. Okay, maybe it's on your end, Ewan. Fine for CUNY as well? Okay, gotcha. Good. Yeah, I was gonna say, still tempting to play a heart to the ace and a heart to the jack. I think it's far more likely that East has heart length now, given that West has long diamonds, or is more likely to hold long diamonds. But it's so scary to go king of hearts, run the jack of hearts, and then West gets in and switches to a low spade. We lose all of the hard work that we gained from sticking in the diamond 10 at trick 1. I don't know. Do I believe in myself? Am I always guessing the spades right in that scenario? I think if West switches to a low spade, like a human could underlead the ace there. I don't believe the robots will. They'll definitely cash the ace. So I think if West switches to a low spade, I'm like 75% to get the spade suit correct. Like, how do I feel about West leading a diamond instead of a heart, though? If West had, like, small doubleton heart, would they be leading a trump or a diamond from Jack 3rd or Jack 4th? I guess... honestly, I don't know. I guess if West had Jack 5th of diamonds, maybe leading a diamond makes a lot of sense, and leading a trump wouldn't be one of the things the robots would do. Okay, I guess I'm convinced. King of hearts, run the jack of hearts. Be prepared to cry when things don't work out. Am I getting my entries tangled any? Because the diamonds are blocked. Like if West wins the queen of hearts and returns a heart. Oh, you know what the problem is? What if East has queen 4th of hearts? Maybe this is a bigger issue with my plan. I lead the king of hearts, it wins. I run the jack of hearts, that also wins as West shows out. Uh-oh, now I don't get to cash any of my diamonds. This is a bad plan. Okay, so I think we're back to heart to the ace, heart to the jack, even though it feels less likely to work. At least I will have preserved heart entries to the north hand. Man, 4-1 hearts is just a problem, though. Maybe I don't... All of a sudden, this hand became more complicated. Hmm. No, you know what? Everything's fine. We're gonna go King of Hearts, Jack of Hearts. And if hearts are 4-1, so be it. But I can at least rough clubs back to the north hand to get to my stranded diamond winners. Yep, here we go. No! Well, we guessed the hearts correctly. I mean, in a sense. We picked off that West had shorter hearts. Ugh. That's too bad. Everything else is working. You, in theory, could guess the spade suit and the club suit. So if you do pick up the hearts, you're not going to have too much trouble taking 11 tricks. Even if you don't stick in the 10 of diamonds at trick 1, I do suspect most people will come to 12 tricks on that one. It's all about guessing the queen of hearts. Too bad. And it feels natural to play the heart suit the other way, I will admit. Just because of the danger hand being West, they can lead a spade through. Oh well. On to board 3. We are somehow declaring this hand. This lovely pile, 4 count, 2 passes, partner open to no trump. We got a 2 club bid on our right, single suited. 2 diamonds on our left, just asking. East shows a diamond suit, and for whatever reason, we decide to balance with 2 spades. Really not so crazy to do this at match points. Not vulnerable. Because I would expect East to have a pretty good hand for their vulnerable overcall over a no trump. Looks like diamonds are splitting well for them, presumably 3-3. Diamonds are like 6-3-3-1 around the table or something like that. And we're only going for 50 a trick. So the only real scare is like if we are undoubled down 2, or if they double us and we go down 1, and the opponents were only making 90. That's kind of a match point sad story. But I think 2 spades is okay. Probably wouldn't have been my choice. I just like to pass with hands like this. I'll lead a heart. Maybe we score plus 100. I'm not convinced we're making anything. Partner, of course, had the opportunity to do something over 2 diamonds if they wanted. Well, oh my. Yeah, the opponents were actually in trouble on this one. They had a 6-0 diamond fit. Heart lead, we'll play low. People don't really underlead aces all that much. That is a weird play from East. East didn't win the ace of hearts. Yeah, everyone's in trouble. We are feeling a little bit in trouble in 2 spades. I mean, with the heart queen on side, diamonds splitting as they do, I think we're okay as long as we can just start pulling trumps. So I'm tempted to do something like lead the jack of spades off dummy. Three of Hearts lead. Looks like a 5-card suit. I mean, most likely, just given the 6-0 diamond split. Could be fourth best. I mean, I guess technically East could be like 6-5 in the red suits. Very possible. We've run into the 6-0 spade split, actually. Hold on. I wonder if that's what we're supposed to be working out. Yeah, okay. Give me a second on the spades, because I was tempted to lead the jack of spades, thinking I kind of want to play East for ace doubleton. But maybe it's better to play East for like queen doubleton, which is kind of a holding that I can pick up, at least in some sense, by leading the king and then ducking the next round of the suit. We also don't have a way to get back to the south hand to pull the fourth trump. Alright, well, my first instinct was jack of spades. I think I'm going to go with that. It just feels most natural to me. I expect them to continue hearts, but I don't really know what to do about that. Well, West has roughed a couple of losers, I guess. Now we can pull trumps, and then just take 2 club finesses. I don't think there's much else we can do, though. Yeah, there's no way to, like, somehow squeeze East in the minors if they have both the king, queen of clubs. King of clubs, that's promising. That wasn't the king of diamonds that they returned, right? That could have been a give up card. All right, we're down 1. So could we do better here? I mean, it looks to me like the opponents kind of made our life very easy by roughing all of these diamond cards. Like, we happened to have a 4th round of clubs that we would need to deal with. We were able to set up the heart to take care of one of our losers, which was helpful. The 2 diamond roughs were kind of roughing air. I don't know. I feel okay about -50. Maybe someone will find a way to make it if the opponents defend very badly on this one. I guess if you start with the king of spades. I'm really not sure how we're going to ever make it. But maybe there's some way. On to board 4. 3 passes around to us. We have a 20 count. We open 2-0 in 4th seat. Partner raised to 3-0. I'll pass. We get a club lead. Well, yeah. I mean, this hand, I guess, is just all going to be about setting up the heart suit, right? we do have a bit of a secondary concern, which is maybe after ducking a heart. Obviously, I do think we should attempt to find honor 10 third of hearts on side and east hand. Now, a good defender might pop up with a queen or king on the first round of the suit. But barring that, we might want to use the second club entry to take a finesse in one of the pointed suits to score an extra trick there. Like, we'll win the king of clubs at trick 1. We'll lead a low heart to the 8. See if that holds. Or not holds, but forces out an honor from west. If it does, I guess we probably want to use our other club entry to take a heart finesse, since we expect that one to work more often than not. But if like a low heart to the 8 loses to the 10, we probably just go ace of hearts hard out of hand, use our other club entry to lead a diamond or spade. How certain am I of that? I mean, we can look at the heart spots a little bit. The 2 of hearts is missing. So it's very possible East is like trying to high-low from 5-2 doubleton or something of that nature. If we cross back and lead the 9 of hearts, I guess we do potentially pick up 10-7 doubleton with West. East can't profitably cover with the queen. Our heart spots are good enough to pick up the holding. I guess there's the added consideration that if we cross to the north hand in clubs, at least East won't be able to win the second round of hearts and put a diamond through, which could be a little bit annoying. I don't know. I'm going to save the queen of clubs for a play towards one of the pointed suits. Let's win the ace and just lead a low heart out of hand. Ooh. Well, that's a play. 2 of spades through. It does look pretty natural to switch to spades. Looking at this dummy, I mean, you don't really want to play into dummy's 5-card suit. But I wonder if that means that East is likely to have the diamond ace. Like, would East lead a spade from queen 4th here? Probably. Continuing clubs might make more sense, though, from East's perspective. It removes the entry. Yeah, I'm really actually not convinced that East would ever play a spade from queen 4th. I mean, they might, but it seems a little bit unlikely. Okay, I think I'm going to win the spade ace and just go ace of hearts heart. Let's see what happens in the heart suit. There is a club back, and now we're at the decision point. Do we lead a diamond to the king? Do we take the spade finesse? I think I'm gonna lead a diamond to the king. I don't know if this is insane. It really might be. But I guess I'm just going off of this theory that maybe East wouldn't have switched to a spade away from the queen here. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna go with. Let's see if I'm right. Nope. Well, I mean, I guess I was right. The queen of spades was offside, but the diamond hook also didn't work. That's a little sad. We couldn't really do better. If we had led the nine of hearts on the first round, East would cover with the queen. So no real way to pick up the heart suit. Needed East to have like queen 7 doubleton of hearts or something like that. Minus 200. I mean, that doesn't feel like a great result, but it might have just been like fairly flat. Maybe someone will actually work out a way to swindle the defense into compressing their heart tricks. Like, West does have 3 natural heart tricks over there. King 10, 7, 4th. All right, on to board 5. Club by partner, we bid a heart, partner bids 2 clubs. We bid 2-0 with our 11, partner raises to 3-0. Looks like a reasonable auction from both sides. A queen of spades lead, one of the unbid suits. So we have 6 clubs and 3 outside tricks for 9. We do have the option to try and guess the heart suit for a 10th trick, or we could potentially duck the opening spade lead, hope that they continue spades, and we might even get 3 spades to go with our 6 clubs, diamond, and then we have a heart guess for an 11th trick. I mean, I'm honestly very tempted to duck the opening spade lead. I don't think there's any chance that West switches to diamonds. So this feels completely free to me to possibly eke out an extra trick on offense here. Because West has no idea that we're sitting on 4 spades. We never bid spades in this auction. We bid 1 heart, and then we bid 2 no trump. So West is probably going to expect that we could easily have like king doubleton of spades, or even a small doubleton spade. There's no way West can think that they need to be switching suits to diamonds looking at this dummy. Now, maybe if West has made a bad opening lead, like they've led the queen of spades from queen jack 3rd or something, and they have king queen 5th of diamonds on the side, but, you know, wouldn't you lead a diamond from that holding? Anyway, it feels completely safe to me to duck the opening spade lead. So I think I'm going to do that. We do get a spade continuation. So Hey, Steph. How's it going? Ooh, 9-8 double ten of spades from East. So actually, we have a tennis here sitting over West's presumed Queen Jack 10. If we can throw West in at some point, they'll be forced to lead a spade into our King 7 at the end of the play. I don't think that seems a very likely thing to happen, though. I feel like I should just go about guessing the heart suit. I could run 6 rounds of clubs first. But then the south hand gets squeezed. No, let's... I mean, I could run 5 rounds of clubs before trying to guess hearts, I suppose. Maybe that's worthwhile. Give a little bit of extra information about where the missing heart honors are. If I had to guess right now, I would say that East is likely to have the heart ace, but that's just a random guess. Let's run 5 clubs. We can pitch a heart and a diamond. Heart discard from West. Heart discard from East. All right. Now what? I don't feel like I've gotten a ton of information based on the opponent's discards. I guess West having an original holding of ace fourth of hearts. Like if we think hearts were 4-4-4-1 around the table, West with ace empty fourth might have pitched twice. So I'm tempted to play East for the ace of hearts and go up with the king here. Incorrect. Oh, it didn't matter. Look at that. They gave the trick back. Thank you, guys. That was really kind of you. The Queen of Hearts was over here. Well, fortunately for us, West made a bit of a blunder on the defense there. After winning the heart ace, they could have, of course, switched to diamonds. Held us to 9 tricks. I don't know. 50-50 guesses are hard. On to board 6. We open 1 spade. Partner bids 2 clubs. We bid 2 spades. Partner bids 3 hearts. And we bid 3 no trump. Looks very reasonable to me. We have diamonds well stopped. Wow, quite a hand from partner over there. They got a 16 count, singleton spade, of course. So the hand seems somewhat straightforward to play. I suppose, I guess there's like a little bit of a trick to this, because if I play 2 top spades and they both get ducked, then it's a little risky to continue a 3rd round of spades. Hey, Allie. I guess for that reason, I'm going to win the ace of diamonds. Is that true? Am I going to win the ace of diamonds? Okay, what do to do. I think I want to play king of spades, queen of spades. It would be nice if I could lead a low spade towards the king. But the point is, I want them to take the ace of spades on the first round of the suit. Or second round of the suit, so that after I knock out the heart ace, I can at least test the spades before deciding if I want to take the club finesse eventually for my 11th trick. Because we got 2 spades, 3 hearts, 2 clubs, and 3 diamonds for 10. Just want to make sure that I'm not unnecessarily cutting communications between my hands. Okay, I don't think I can afford to win the ace of diamonds, unfortunately. If I do, they might be able to get in and switch to clubs, and that will really make things difficult for me. So let's win the king of diamonds and go king of spades. Well, that was easy. Okay, ace of hearts. It looks as if the spades are coming home. Now they switch to clubs. You know, I didn't give this a lot of thought. Should I have? I'm sorry, should I have taken the club finesse there? It's probably percentage, but honestly, that ace of hearts play had me fully convinced that the spades are splitting. Oh man. I may have played a little too fast. All right, well, now that I'm here, there's really not much else I can do other than test the spades and see if I did the right thing. Oh my god, hearts are 5-1. Oh no. Okay, everything's fine. Everything's fine. There was never any reason to panic on this. Man, that ace of hearts was a really weird play, but that's what had me convinced that the spades were splitting. Queen of clubs is offside. Huh. I don't know. Should we pause and work out whether or not that was actually correct? So 3-3 happens 36% of the time. And then you also pick up on 1/3 of the 4-2 splits, which is like 16%. So like approximately 52% to bring the spade suit home. Whereas the club finesse is basically 50-50. So I guess we did do the right thing ultimately, but maybe for the wrong reason. Club by us. We have 13, partner bid a spade, we bid a no trump, partner bid 2 diamonds, new minor forcing. We bid 2 no trump. Is this game forcing? 12 or more points? I guess not. I'm concerned 2 no trump is non-forcing. Oh, it says 12 to 13 high card points. I see. Because we only have 13, but we have a 5-card suit. Good night, ATN. Have a good one. Thanks for tuning in. It kind of feels like 3 diamonds is the bid we want to make to pattern out a little bit. Anyway, we bid 2 no, partner bid 3 no. Probably all fine. Heart lead. Well, if partner knew we had a diamond fit, maybe we would have ended up in 4 spades as opposed to 3 no. How does this contract look? Not great, I have to admit. It's almost as if we have no play. Like, even if the magical king doubleton of clubs is on side, we can only get 3 club tricks. The suit is blocked and we have no hand reentry. We could also pick up the magical 10-9 doubleton of clubs, but once again the suit is blocked. This looks a little tragic. Anyway, well, let's see what happens at tricks 1 and 2. Heart to the queen. Right. Wow. What a hand. Okay, I'm very tempted to just play a diamond to the queen right now. I guess it's very unlikely to work, isn't it? Maybe I should... Because if I can throw West in, like, let's pretend West has the ace of diamonds, and I play diamond to the queen, which wins, and then I lead a diamond to the 9, and West wins the ace. Are they ever cashing the ace of hearts? No, right? They couldn't even overcall a heart. I think it's like effectively impossible for West to cash the ace of hearts there when they only have ace 10 fourth. Ooh, this is a good point though. Yeah, this might have been in the back of my mind why I think a diamond to the queen is likely to lose. West probably does have 5 hearts, like ace 10 fifth. And so how could they possibly have a 5-card heart suit along with the diamond ace? Well, that does throw a wrench in my plans. So obviously we could try and score 5 spades and then hope for the magical king doubleton of clubs onside to take 3 clubs and make our contract from here. I'm a lot more tempted to just try and cash out for down a couple. So what would that line of play look like? I mean, if the opponents get, say, 4 hearts and the ace of diamonds, and I end up scoring 1 heart, 3 diamonds, 2 spades, and a club, there's still 1 trick left in the balance there, but then I'll have the opportunity to take a club finesse or play for the queen of spades onside or something like that. Alternatively, I could... Yeah, I think that's going to be my plan. I'm going to play a spade to the ace. I'm going to play a diamond to the king. Hopefully East hops up with the ace to put a heart through. Because East might equally be scared that I could be like running the spades or possibly running the club suit against them. And that way I should be able to score 3 diamond tricks without having to guess the diamond jack. Okay, I think that's my plan. Really? What does that mean? A little bit unexpected. I mean, because East is presumably sitting on 5 hearts over there and should know that if they hop up with the diamond ace, they will be able to cash out 4 heart tricks. It seems as if the only reason East would do this is that they're sitting on basically everything else. So like the king of clubs, the queen of spades, the jack of diamonds in addition. I think I am sticking on the 9. All right, I'm brave. Now what? I don't think this has helped me all that much. But I guess now I am just going to revert back to my original plan. So diamond to the queen, east is going to win. They'll put a heart through. I'm going to be sad about it, but eventually I think I am going to hook east for the club king. Whoa! That was not the card I expected to see. Huh. Oh, man. Well, we guessed the jack of diamonds. I guess that's the good news. King of clubs was offside. Queen of spades was offside, though, as well. 10 of hearts to the queen at trick 1. Impressive. That is quite the defensive play. And then, of course, east works out to cash the ace on the next round. Oh well. Not much to be done about that one, I don't think. Happy that we guessed the jack of diamonds. So that's good news. On to board 8. 3 no by us. 3 passes around to a diamond opener. Partner bids a heart. We bid a no trump. I think probably not a good bid. I think I've said this many times before. You just want to pass when you have 3 card support for partner in these scenarios. When partner's a passed hand and you have a weak no trump, almost no chance of game. And especially on this hand, our hand is just completely flat. We have no real source of tricks, so don't want to angle for no trump, don't want to keep the auction alive, just let's get out at a low level. Partner jumps to 3 diamonds, showing a good hand with diamonds and hearts. And we bid 3 now. Again, I think missing the point a little bit that partner's a passed hand and we can't really have a game on our cards. But if we did have a game, maybe 4 hearts would be the right place to play. The partner could still have a 5-card heart suit over there. No reason to force us into 3 no trump. Whoops, sorry. Force us into 3 no trump. We may as well bid 3 hearts along the way if we were looking for a heart fit. How did we do? No surprise, this is not a great contract. We have 2 spades, 2 hearts, and a diamond off the top. And wow. So okay, we actually have a couple of options. I'm definitely going to play on clubs, I think, to set up tricks. Much more likely we can set up 2 club tricks than 2 diamond tricks. Okay, hold on. Is that necessarily the most important question, though? Because we could score 3 diamonds in 1 club if the diamond suit is favorable, right? Like, imagine spades are 5-4. The opponents can get 3 spades, a diamond, and a club for 5 tricks, and we would come out with 2 spades, 2 hearts, a club, and 3 diamonds for 8. Whereas going after clubs, which certainly higher percentage to yield us a couple of tricks in the suit, does lose out on 2 extra diamond tricks if the diamonds come home. Okay, I mean, I guess for that reason I should win the opening lead and play a diamond to the 8. Or duck the opening lead and then win the return and play a diamond to the 8. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter the order I do this. Obviously, the opponents can kind of ruin my plan if they don't continue spades, but no one in their right mind would do that. Okay. Sure. So I guess I'll pitch a heart. Okay. Now we have a question, because that queen of diamonds could be from king, queen, 9, 4th. Queen of diamonds could be from singleton, queen. We have to guess the correct player to lead up towards our other diamond honor. West did think for a second before putting in the queen of diamonds. I'm tempted to believe that that means West has another diamond. So I think I am going to play a diamond to the 10. Okay. 9 of clubs discard. And then the 3 of clubs. Right. So if I run the jack of clubs, which I think would be the plan, ultimately, and West wins the queen, let's say West can cash 2 spades. I can pitch a heart from both hands, and then I can pitch like a club from dummy and a heart from my hand. Yeah, we're still okay. So as long as spades are 5-4, I still have the ability to take a guess at the club suit and not end up going down extras. There was no bidding. I do strongly suspect that spades are 5-4. West had the option to preempt 2 spades, jump to 2 spades over a diamond opener. East could have bid spades if they wanted to in either a 3rd seed or after the 1 heart overcall. So, I mean, that 9 of clubs discard is the thing that is making me think I should run the jack as opposed to playing low to the king. Oh, well. West had them both. Down to, I guess we did okay. Unfortunately, it does look as if the plan of playing on clubs is also going to net the same number of tricks, because while we picked up the diamonds for 3 tricks, we got no clubs. Whereas you could score 2 clubs by leading low towards the Jack 10 twice, which would have been our plan, and then you get 2 clubs and 1 diamond. Same 3 tricks in the minor suits. Feels pretty flat once again. On to board 9. We're halfway through. Pass, we open a spade in 3rd seat. We have a good hand, 19 count. No one else bids. I've noticed that partner forgot to preempt 3 hearts in 1st seat. So we're playing 1 spade instead. Fair enough. You know, these things happen. Get the 4 of hearts lead. It looks like a singleton, but could be doubleton. Let's see if East covers trick 1. They do. Okay. I mean, the line of play feels somewhat straightforward. It's going to be try and pull trumps as best we can, unblock the Queen of Hearts, and lead a diamond towards the Queen to try and create an entry to the north hand. And then East probably gets in at some point during this process and puts a club through. We're going to have to take the club finesse, that's okay. Yeah, I don't really see an alternative to this plan, so let's just do it. We might be able to win the first 2 rounds of spades with the Queen and 10. This is a fairly common pattern. Like if West has the Ace of Spades, we lead the Queen and West is like, oh, partner can get in with the King of Spades, I'll play low. Queen of Spades holds. Now they know we have the King of Spades. Then we lead the 10 of Spades and they're like, oh, partner can get in with the Jack, I'll play low. And so we could end up winning the first couple of spade tricks by doing this. There it is. Kind of funnily enough. Not that it really mattered on this hand in any way. All right, but now West is going to be... We're out of spade cards to play. If we had the 8 of spades still, we might be able to win the 3rd round of the suit as well. But not today. I actually haven't been paying attention. If both the 9 and 7 of spades have fallen, then we actually might be able to lead the 6 and win the 3rd round. Probably not. All right. Ooh, okay, interesting. So West started with 5 spades. I see. All right. So if I exit the 6 of spades now, West actually gets end played. They will have to lead either a club or a diamond, and that's going to give us an extra trick. Obviously, West could switch to clubs, and that will knock out our king of clubs. We'll have no more trumps, so we never get to score a diamond trick, or a second diamond trick. We'll make 1, but that will be the end of our trick taking. If I do lead a low diamond, and East is able to win the king, then East can play a club through though, and it's possible West will be able to pull trumps and run all of the clubs. And we could go down. But if I play a diamond and West wins the king, that's okay. West could pull a trump, but then West will once again be unplayed. They can't put a club, well, East can't put a club through, and so we'll actually make several over tricks. So this is a bit of a tricky position. We have to guess where the king of diamonds is. Now, West pitched a diamond on the queen of hearts, which, okay, that all makes sense, right? West wouldn't want to rough in with a natural trump trick and then get end played themselves. So I get that. But the diamond discard is a little bit interesting because I think that makes it a little bit less likely that West has the diamond king. So let me just run through this again. West started with 5 spades, 1 heart. If we imagine that West started with 3 diamonds and 4 clubs, and I lead a diamond now, East wins the king, plays a club through. West pulls my last trump, and then cashes a couple more clubs. We get the ace of diamonds eventually, but that's our only trick that we score. So we'll be down 1. I think I'm exiting a spade. Man, these 50-50 guesses. I think I do like my reasoning, though. I mean, obviously West would pitch a diamond from king 30. So what would West's hand look like if they have all of these missing cards? They would have the ace of clubs, the king of diamonds, the ace of spades. But they didn't really have an opportunity to bid, right? We opened their 5-card suit. They're not strong enough to bid a no trump. I mean, even if West had the queen of clubs in addition, that would be an 11 count, or sorry, 13 count. Still not good enough to overcall a no trump, despite having ace 9, 5th of spades. I don't know. It really does feel a bit like a 50-50 guess. I think I'm leaning towards the diamond pitch is less likely to be from the king of diamonds. I mean, West might make a mistake. It's very possible West wins the spade and plays back a diamond. All right. Nope. Any reason to not exit the 10 of clubs? Just in case West somehow gets themselves end played. I still think East is likely to have the diamond king. Looks like I was wrong. West had everything. $80. That doesn't feel great, because the alternative line would have scored a ton of tricks. You know, just throwing West in with the diamond king. I don't know. I felt like I've been guessing all of these wrong all day. I forget what some of the previous boards were, but that's not an amazing result. We'll take it, it's a plus score. On to board 10. Pass, pass. West opens a club, partner doubles. We jump to 2 spades. Feels a little bit thin, but okay. Partner blasts 4 spades. Get the king of hearts lead. King from ace king. What was the opening bid? 1 club. Okay. And East did not take a call over the takeout double. So the robots will lead ace from ace king doubleton, which means this is either ace king third or ace king fourth in hearts. We're going to try and do our best to avoid a heart ruff. And I think that means I'm going to play low trick 1. Like if I dump the jack, it's not as if it's like very revealing, but I think it's gonna look a little more scary if I play low first and then the jack, as opposed to just dump the jack on the first round of the suit. Either way, West is going to be terrified that I might get a diamond discard, and so I think they're fairly likely to switch to diamonds no matter what I do. This will also let me later set up hearts for club discards. Oh, or they might switch to trumps. That works too. So I think we just go ace king of spades. Don't really see a reason to avoid doing that. Even if East turns up with queen third of spades, we're okay, since East can't get in to pull a third round of trumps. Because now we can just knock out the heart ace and claim basically on a cross ruff. They do get a spade trick, but that's it. All right, flat board. Maybe a welcome sight after some of the unfortunately bad results that I've been getting during the set. 6 boards to go. On to board 11. So we pass in first seat, coward. 3 passes go around to a club on our right. We bid a heart. Looks good to me. 2 clubs on our left, pass, pass. We bounce with 2 diamonds. I don't like this bid. This is gonna sound weird, but I think I would be tempted to pass out 2 clubs at match points. It feels like the opponents have gotten to the wrong contract. I mean, maybe not, right? Maybe they do just have a big club fit and no trump doesn't play very well for them for some reason. But it sounds as if like a no trump would be a good spot on their cards. We could easily be going for a huge number since I'm a passed hand. Partner didn't have heart support. If I was going to reopen, I would definitely reopen double, try and bring spades in the picture. Like a 4-3 spade fit probably plays fine on our cards. Anyway, we're here now. We are in 2 diamonds. We got the 2 of clubs lead. Well, I think it's going to be a hard ask to get them not to switch to spades. I'm tempted to play low at trick 1. I don't really see what good playing the king of clubs will do. I can always take the club roughing finesse later. I mean, unless diamonds are 4-1. Like maybe East wins the ace of clubs at trick 1 because they're afraid that I happen to have the jack singleton in hand. So playing low, I think, makes a ton of sense to me. All right, East had the ace-jack and switches to spades anyway. King of spades. Queen? Okay. So we know that East has 4 spades. There's our club roughing finesse. Now, East is turned up with the ace-jack of clubs, the ace-queen of spades, which is already 11 highs, and didn't open a no-trump. But we also know that East has at least 4 spades, or that East has exactly 4 spades. So it sounds as if West easily could have heart length. Heart honors are presumably split. Well, I think I do need to duck a heart now. I could afford to pull a round of trumps, but I definitely need to try and set up the hearts before doing anything else. Okay. That has made things easy. The opponents are really helping me out on this one. It's starting to sound as if diamonds are 4-1 though, isn't it? It looks like East might be 4-4, 1-4 in shape, very possibly. Well, not much we can do about it. We do get to go diamond to the king, diamond to the queen to find out about the bad split. Ooh, diamond split. So we do make our contract. Hearts were 3-3. Okay. Makes more sense. Plus 90. I mean, not a whole lot to that hand. We didn't get lucky with East flying the ace of clubs at trick 1, but it came back. We eventually were going to score the clubs, or hearts were just breaking, so we could have set up the heart suit. On to board 12. A diamond by partner. We bid 2 diamonds inverted. We have a good hand. I think jumping to 3-0 directly over 1 of a minor would show this as well. But I always like keeping the auction lower if I can, so diamond 2 diamonds would be my choice as well. Partner bids 2 hearts, and now we jump to 3-0. Not unreasonable, as long as we're showing a little bit extra in the way of high cards, which it looks like we are. And we get a club lead. Yeah, that... We didn't get a spade lead. So East didn't overcall spade. I think that makes it more likely that West is the one with a 5-card spade suit. But the fact that West didn't lead spades, I think strongly suggests the ace of spades is offside. What do I do with that information? Because it looks really natural at match points to just take a heart finesse. You're like 75% to get an over trick. But if we assume the spade ace is off because of the opening lead, then the heart finesse is closer to a 50-50 proposition, probably even less than 50%. So I guess let's run some diamonds and then we'll decide. I think I might just play a heart to the ace in the end. All right, well, let's see what happens on the first couple of tricks. So West has led from the 10 of clubs. spade pitch from west. Spade pitch from east. Another spade discard. Queen of spades pitch from west. Okay, I am now much less convinced that west has these spade eights. The heart discard does sound as if east has the heart king, though. I mean, I should be able to play a club to the ace and take a heart finesse. They just can't cash enough spades, right? Neither opponent has a 6-card spade suit. So I strongly suspect west is the one with 5, right? I kind of said that already. East could have overcalled a 5-card suit. So it looks like west is down to 3 spades and east is down to 3 spades. Okay. You got me. I mean, hopefully they didn't get me. Hopefully spades... What? Wait, unless I miscounted. Oh, did East pitch 2 spades? Maybe East pitched 2 spades. I guess I wasn't paying attention. Well, we were kind of right. I mean, that Queen of Spades discard was insane. You've seen the Spade Queen discard be from strong holdings? Yeah, I've seen them do it from like normal holdings, like Queen Jack 10. But I haven't seen them do it from Ace Queen very often. I mean, it makes sense here. It does make a ton of sense here that West wants to unblock the spade suit. Like if they had pitched the 9 of spades, they were worried that we could like strip all of their cards and then like throw them in with a low spade to end play them, which they're kind of right about. Anyway, looks like we did our best. I was like somewhat tempted to actually just like lead a low heart towards the Queen Jack as opposed to crossing back to the club ace and then running the Queen of Hearts. Maybe East would have ducked the king in that scenario. It feels like a big position to take, though. Anyway, 4 boards to go. 4 spades in the south. We open a spade in third seat. Looks good to me. Partner bids a no trump. We bid 2 diamonds. Steve Weinstein style. Always show your 9 cards in your hand as opposed to 6 cards in your hand. I think a lot of players might rebid 2 spades on this, but 2 diamonds is fine. Just kind of a preference. Partner bids 2 no, and we jump to 4 spades. Well, this cannot be the right auction. I mean, if we bid 3 spades here, we would have showed our hand, right? So 4 spades really shows extras, and that's not what we have. Like Queen of Hearts can be discounted. I mean, 3 spades shows 10 cards and 2 suits, right? That's all we have. We have a minimum opener with 10 cards and 2 suits. Oh well. Anyway, we're in 4 spades now. Let's see how we do. Club opening lead. That is not a very good dummy. I mean, not facing our hand, at least. We have very few entries to the north hand, if any at all. All right, let's play low at trick 1. Brad would have gotten around this issue by opening a no trump and reaching the clearly superior 3 no trump contract. That's true. The opponents would probably lead spades against that. I'm still not confident you're going to take 9 tricks on a spade lead. All right, club goes to the jack. Jack of diamonds return. Oh. um, I mean, I'm gonna play low. Spade lead, Queen of Hearts ducked. True, true. Yeah, 6 spades, a heart, and 2 diamonds. Easy game. This is going well. All right. I mean, I'm going to win the Queen of Diamonds, so let's do that. We'll win the Queen of Diamonds. Well, we have a diamond loser. We have a heart loser. I have no idea what to do about this. I was thinking about like some clever plan where I lead the king of clubs and pitch the queen of hearts. But then he just like wins the ace of clubs and switches to hearts and I'm stuck in my hand. So the issue I'm facing is if I lead a diamond up, East can ruff, and then play a heart over to West, who can play a 4th diamond. And a similar problem can happen if I run the jack of spades and West has the king. Okay, this is fun. This is super fun. Would have preferred to be in 3 no trump right about now. Maybe not on a club lead, but, you know, you can't have everything. So, like, I mean, I could play a spade to the queen, which hedges a little bit. If East has king double 10 of spades, I still pick it up. And if the king of spades is with West and it goes diamond ruff, heart to the ace, diamond, I can ruff with the jack of spades. But obviously I'm just losing a trick to East having king third of spades on side. How likely is it that East has the... So as a passed hand, remember, East has turned up with the ace, queen, jack of clubs, and the jack of diamonds. If they had the spade king, that would bring them up to 11. And what looks like maybe even a 5-card club suit. Wouldn't they have opened the bidding with that? I think the answer is yes. So if I'm playing West for the spade king and the heart ace, I mean, heart ace I think is pretty clear. But spade king... What if I play a heart to the queen now? West wins the ace and tries to get over to their partner's hand in clubs, maybe? Is that possible? I ruff, I lead a low spade, and West, like, ducks or something? I don't know. None of this seems very likely to work. Obviously, I could play West for singleton king of spades, low to the ace. All right, I'm prepared. I'm not taking the spade finesse. Singleton king, ace of spades. So what would West's shape be if they actually had the stiff king of spades? They would be like 1, 5, 4, 3, I guess. 1, 5, 4, 3. Yeah, I'm not buying it. They're way more likely to make a mistake if I lead a low spade. Come on, no diamond. No! Oh! Wait, diamonds just split. Oh. Oh, apparently also they had pitched the 8 of diamonds earlier. So West legitimately was just like kind of end played in that situation. Cool. Down 2. Unfortunately, diamonds split. Otherwise, you know, that might have felt like a little bit of a better result. Well, 3 boards to go. 4 diamonds. How did we get here? Pass, we passed. Club by West. Partner bid 2 no trump, showing the red suits. We bid 3 diamonds. Okay. Takeout double by West. 3 spades by East. We passed. I don't like the pass. I would definitely compete to 4 diamonds here. We have a huge diamond fit. Partner reopens with double, is showing some stuff. I mean, they call it takeout, but our partner could do this with 3, 5, 5, 0 shape. They're just doubling because they have points, you know, more than their minimum 2-no overcall. We bid 4 diamonds. I'll pass. King of spades lead. So we got an opening bid over here, a takeout double showing a strong hand. Looks like I'm going to lead a club to the king eventually. Probably not too much to the play of this hand. Okay, or I'm just going to be gifted the king of clubs. This is the hand where you bid 5 diamonds and then get scolded. I mean, 5 diamonds is okay. I don't think there's anything wrong with just jumping to 5 diamonds on the south hand. It might be a little anti-percentage. Now, with that said, we might have still found our way to 5 diamonds if we bid 4 diamonds here over 3 spades. We would be showing extra diamond length, and partner, once they hear that we have a big diamond fit, will be happy to... I mean, might be happy to try the game, especially given that their singleton is in the opponent's spade suit. But 5 diamonds directly over 2 now. I think it's fine. It is a lot of tricks that you're going to need to take with effective Yarbrough, but it's possible. Big trump fits do sometimes take a lot of tricks. On to board 15. South opens a spade. 2 clubs by our partner, game force. We bid 2 spades, which is our default response. So we don't bid 2-no with this hand. I mean, we could. We have hearts and diamonds stopped. Don't see anything wrong with 2-no, but 2 spades it is. Partner shows spade support. 4 spades is a pretty bad bid. We don't want to be doing this. It doesn't matter if our hand is completely minimum. I think my rule in general is 2 key cards without the trump queen. You really need to show some sign of life, no matter what your high card count is. We just have too many controls. Partner could have a huge distributional hand with like a 6-card club suit over there and is just looking for any sort of noise. You know, maybe partner has like 3 small hearts, and if we give a non-serious try, partner can find out that we have the ace of hearts as a control and then can just blast 6 hearts, or even, or not 6 hearts, 6 spades or even 7 spades, depending on his club suit. But he might be afraid of pushing past the 4 level with 3 small in a red suit over here. Anyway, we're in 4 spades now. What did we get for an opening lead? A diamond. Gotta guess the queen of trumps. That has been a common theme today. So diamond presumably goes to the ace. And king of hearts comes back. Okay. Well, I think we need to win the ace here. At teams, it might make more sense to duck this trick, plan on roughing the 3rd round of hearts and dummy, try the spade finesse. If we guess wrong, try the club finesse. But at match points, I think we need to win the ace of hearts, hope to guess the spade queen, and then hope that the clubs run, because we could take 12 tricks if all of that happens. So on the auction, I mean, West had an opportunity to bid, but I'm looking more at East now, who's turned up with the diamond ace and the heart king queen. East may well have come in with some sort of bid over here if they had like a 5-card diamond suit, for example, or a 5-card heart suit. Or maybe they could even make a takeout double, depending on what their agreements are about that. So I'm thinking maybe it's more likely that West has a lot of the missing honors, like the spade queen as well as the club queen. And if so, I'm very tempted to run the 10 of spades at the next trick. I think I'm just going to do that. That feels like the most sensible way to play the hand. Obviously, East could just have like a bunch of values and realize that we're in a game force, no reason to get involved. But, you know, quick look at the opening diamond lead. So diamonds are either 4-4, the opponent's lead 4th best, that 3 diamonds, or West started with 3 of them and East has 5. Yeah, so I think for a couple of reasons, it looks more likely that West has the spade queen than East. So here we go. All right. So I think what I'm going to do now is play a diamond to the king and run the jack of clubs. And this is going to let me get out for, well, I'll still have the hearts protected, I guess is the main point. So they won't, like if I pull another trump and then run the jack of clubs and it loses, then East is going to be able to cash 2 hearts and we're going to go down. But diamond to the king, at least if they play 2 hearts, I can rough and dummy, rough the diamond back to hand, and then pull the last trump. Final consideration, I mean, if I play the jack of clubs and West doesn't cover, should I hop up with the ace of clubs? Maybe. Because I think, okay, well, West covers. So now I was once again going to say our decision is pretty straightforward, but let me think about this for a second. Because maybe I want to now play a low club to the 10, just in case the clubs are 4-1. I already know Brad would be taking the greedy route. What is the greedy route, though? I mean, this is the greedy route, isn't it? So, or is the greedy route low club to the 8? Hold on, is that what you're talking about? Play West for 2-1 in the black suits. Now we play a low club to the 8, unblock the 10, pull the last trump, buy a spade to the jack, and then run the club suit. Loki, that is okay. I see. Either way, I mean, it looks like club to the 10 is the plan. Greedy route is claim down 1 and go to the bar. All right, now that the clubs have split, we can claim the rest. Finally. That's the thirsty route. Yeah, true. So 680. Well, I mean, that might be a good board. Maybe too little too late. I don't really have a good sense for how we did today, but I think we guessed a lot of things wrong. These have felt like pretty difficult hands, though. Maybe everyone's having trouble with them. Last board of the event, and then we'll see what our preliminary score is. West opened a club. Partner made a takeout double. And once again, we make this really weird and awkward 2-spade bid. I don't understand 2 spades on this hand. If we wanted to have partner pick a major, we could bid 2 clubs. Now, I understand 2 clubs tends to promise a rebid, and I think it's important for it to promise a rebid. Like a club double past 2 clubs. If partner has a 17 count with 4 spades, they should be allowed to bid 2 spades and then expect us to do something. They shouldn't be forced to jump to 3 spades. We don't have a spade fit. Now the whole hand gets out of whack. Also, I think 3 spades there would tend to show the power double with spades hand type. But it feels a little better than bidding 2 spades here. I actually kind of like bidding 1 spade, maybe, with this hand. And seeing if partner can bid again. And if so, then we can make a move towards game, right? Like if it goes a club double, pass a spade, pass a no trump, now we can jump to like 3 hearts or something, and partner will know what we have. I mean, partner might expect us to have 5 spades, but partner bids 3 spades and we bid 3 no. Something like that. I don't know. I would have to think about it a little more, but it feels like 2 spades is potentially missing heart fit. That's bad news. We don't have the 5th spade, so that's bad news. Our hand's a little bit weak, given that the spades are pretty weak and we don't have a ton of distribution, like no singleton, for example. Well, we're here. Yeah, BZL says, this is the I'm too good to bid 1 of a major, so you have to bid more, which is kind of true. I do agree that this is a difficult hand to bid. But, something, I think 2 spades would probably be my 3rd choice. Like 1 spade. Honestly, a no trump is not crazy. At least we get our values across, if not for the fact that we have missing major suits. Okay, 1 no trump's crazy. Let's not talk about that. But 2 clubs is okay. 1 spade's okay. I guess 2 spades is like also okay. But it feels like 2 spades might be the worst of them. We're eating up a lot of bidding room. Well, we're in 2 spades. And partner has a 13 count. We have 9. West opened the bidding, but East did not take a call over a club double. So That might place West with almost all of the missing high cards. Because combined, we have, what, 22 highs? If West had a balanced hand, 15 to 17, they would open a no trump. So either West has an 18 count exactly, every missing high card, king, queen of clubs, ace, queen of diamonds, king of hearts, ace of spades. Hopefully that adds up to 18. Or West has fewer than 15, or maybe some unbalanced hand, but let's say fewer than 15, but then why did East not take a call with like 5 or 6 high card points? Okay, first things first, do we duck the opening club lead? I think the answer is yes, because West is going to have a really hard time continuing the queen of clubs, which would be the best defense for them. Like, they do want to start tapping us so that we can't just pull trumps and like set up the red suits. And if West continues a low club, we can of course run it around to our jack, get to work on the diamond suit or something. So I think that's going to be the first plan. We'll have to see what West does at trick 2, but that feels like a good place to start. Okay. So we do get to win the jack of clubs. Now, I think this probably means West does have this balanced 18. Because West with king, queen, 6th of clubs probably would have continued the queen of clubs there. So that means West does not have a 6-card club suit. They probably would have led a singleton if they had one. I guess they could have a singleton spade, but that's probably bad news for us. So I do suspect that West should have basically all of the missing high cards. Well, with that in mind, I guess we need to start on the diamond suit, right? Now's as good a time as any. West can continue 3rd club. And we can pitch a heart. Yeah, now step 2. How do we tackle the spade suit? I mean, it would be nice if I had a ton of entries to the south hand so that I could lead up towards the king, jack of spades a couple of times. So I'm wondering if I should try and build entries in hearts. Like if I go heart to the ace, spade to the king, jack of hearts, West wins the king, West might continue a 3rd heart. Now, I should probably just like hope that spades are splitting, right? Go king of spades, jack of spades, eventually knock out the heart king, and then play a spade to the queen. That feels a little bit of a better plan. Whoa. That changes things. Oh no. That really changes things. So East has turned up with 4 high cards out of the 18 that we're missing. I guess West could have a 14 count. Okay, that makes sense to me now. I'm on board for that. But this does mean that I don't know a whole lot about the distribution anymore. Nope, you know what? That 2 of diamonds, I think West is 5-4 in the minors. I think West has 4 diamonds. I mean, this 4 of diamonds return and not a heart switch, right? Like, look at this diamond suit and dummy. Why would you ever lead a diamond into that? East clearly has a doubleton diamond, so West is 5-4 in the minors. If both players follow to the jack of spades, I'm going to take a spade finesse. 100%. All right, now we can return to the ace of hearts. We know the king is offside. Pull the last trump, take a diamond finesse, and make, well, I was going to take a diamond finesse. Thank you, West. That makes my life easy. Wow, East just nonchalantly returned a diamond from 3 small. I don't believe it. Well, East tricked themselves on that last one because I guessed the spade suit. There you go. Big mistake by them. How did we do? All right, we gotta get the drum roll for our final results. This is not gonna be a great set, I don't think. We had a 59. Yeah. It's okay. Well, we've done okay, but we're not gonna win, unfortunately. Nice couple of boards at the end to close things out. Board 9 was one of the worst. That was the 1 spade hand where I kind of like took a safety play to make 1 spade. I wagered the king of diamonds was with East. I don't know if that was correct or not. Maybe I should have guessed correctly because the king of hearts was over there. I guess the consideration here is like when an opponent makes a mistake, and playing the king of hearts was a mistake at trick 1, very clearly. It tends to mean that they don't know what's going on in the hand, and that's usually because they have fewer of the defensive assets, so it's harder for them to figure out what's happening. Well, that was very costly. Board 2, again, very costly. I kind of mentioned this going in, that was going to be a big board based on the location of the heart queen, and it looks like a lot of people just decided West was the dangerous hand, ended up taking the heart finesse the other way into East, and that worked out for them. But another, board 4, only other board below 50%, so overall not too bad. A couple of 50% boards, of course, that's always going to happen in these events. But yeah, 59, so we'll be overall like about 61 on average for the 3 days. Not terrible, not great, not going to be good enough for first place, but should be top 10 is my guess.